You have to watch to the end of the video for this to work. The model in the description will not work unless you watch the video. I repeat, the model in the description will not work unless you watch the video. This is the final product that's playing. Hey guys, and welcome back to a new Roblox video. Today, we are in Roblox Studio for the next dungeon tutorial. Let's get this started. So this one is going to be on abilities. Let's go here. Make a new place just for ability testing. I got mine right here. And these are going to be some sample models that you can just use, some sample meshes, but we're going to start off, we're going to make two scripts in the starter pack. I'm going to teach you how to make two abilities in this tutorial. Just don't mind the ground slam. Just don't look at that because that's a ability that I'm working on in development. Just look at the fireball and the magic script. So, we're going to create two scripts in the not two scripts, two events. Don't mind the slam. Death and fireball. These are we're going to fire them from the local scripts in the starter pack, and we will receive them on the server, in these two scripts. Just don't look at this. These two scripts, and yeah, let's get into this. So, I'm going to explain the scripts as we go on. Fireball and magic are pretty similar. It's just that with the fireball, it's firing with mouse.hit, which is a service player get mouse. It is not that accurate. I don't suggest you do this. It's just so, it's the only way that I know of right now that you can get the mouse. It's very inaccurate though, and I really don't suggest doing it. Okay, so local player equals game.players.local player. We're just getting the player variable. Local replicated storage, or RP short, equals game get service replicated storage. Fireball equals RP wait for child fireball, so that's the event. Mouse equals player get mouse, optional. UIS equals game get service user input service. That's the user input service. So when we press a button, it's going to activate something. Local debounce equals false. Local cooldown equals 3. So that's the amount of seconds. UIS.input began. That's how the function to receive input from the user input service. Connect function input and is typing are going to be our parameters. If is typing, then return. So if they're typing in like the chat box or any other place, we're not going to activate this function. Else, just think of this as else. Input.keycode equals, if, okay. It's else and if. I really don't know how to pronounce that. Else, just think of it as else and if. Else if input.keycode equals enum.keycode.e, so if the button that they're pressing equals keycode.e, that's the E button on your keyboard, then if debounce equals false, then debounce equals true. So because debounce equals false, we're going to set it to true so you can't press it again. And then we're going to make fireball fire server. So we're going to put the event to the server, which will actually do the ability stuff. And we're going to end that. But then here, this is the return from the server. We're going to fire the same event again, and it's going to, right when we're done with the ability, I'll show you in the server, at the end of that script, we're going to fire it back, and we're going to wait the cooldown, and we're going to do debounce equals false after we've waited the cooldown, so the function can be reapplied. Now, I'm not going to show you the other one because it's the same exact thing, just with the key code equals F. This is where you change what button you want to push to activate the function. So you can change that. I'm gonna go here. Okay. Here. So this is the one I'm gonna show you today. It's the fireball. So I can't explain every line. This is a very long script. I'm not going to make you copy this all. It will be in the description. I just am going to make you copy the local script part because that's very short and I need some watch time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I just need some watch time. I fireball.onServer event, so it's receiving the fireball event, and then we're going to get player comma direction. It doesn't have to be the same name as the parameters. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the same name as the parameters it's fired with. It just has to be in the same place as parameter 1 and parameter 2. So there you go. And then we're going to wait for the humanoid, make a folder projectiles, get the wave, which is in the meshes folder. So I want you to create 3 folders here: animation, meshes, and sounds. And in the meshes folder, you're going to put these in. I'll make a model and I'll put it in the description. You want to make a model of that, and then you want to put it in the meshes folder, ungroup it though, with the same names. And then wave.cframe equals player.character.humanoid.cframe times cframe.new, 0, 0, -3 in the z-axis. Yeah, that's just setting the c-frame. And .p, and that's going to be for our mouse. You don't have to do this unless you're doing the mouse, comma direction.p. So the direction is the mouse.hit, and to get the mouse's position, you do mouse.p. And since that's the mouse, just think of direction as mouse. It's getting the position of the direction, which is the mouse. Wave.touch, if the fireball is touch, we're going to create all these animations. You can change them if you want. The easing styles are right here. The tween info is very basic, so just expand that if you want. Then we're going to loop through it, and if it touches anything, which is this function right here, if it touches anything, we're going to loop through all the parts, and we're going to make the transparent. We're going to make everything transparent, but in a tween also, so it looks a little nicer. And if it's not touching anything, we're going to do the same thing, but without the humanoid part. So, because parts have no humanoid, but if they do have a humanoid, we'll take health away from them. So that's basically what that else is for. These lines are basically just so it propels forward the fireball. So it comes out of your torso and points towards where your mouse position is. So that's the velocity, and for this we're using a body velocity, but you can use the tweening service. Body velocities are actually really laggy, so I suggest you use the tween service. But if you want to get an example of the tween service, you create a goal, you create a size, a C-frame for the goal, and then you create tween info, and then you create the tween, and then you play the tween. It's pretty simple. Just apply it here, but with the look vector as the C-frame. That's how you do that. And then we're going to, this is what I said from the local script, we're going to fire it back and receive it here, wait the cooldown, and everything repeats. So that's basically all you got right there, but you can make new abilities from this. Like if you want this to rotate around them, you can do a orientation script where you just add, like, you just keep adding to the orientation, and yeah. And then for a ground slam, you could just like scale this down and like here and make it like dirt colored. I don't know. I'm just giving simple ideas. I don't know what this looks in. This looks like a piece of turd. Yeah, but those are just some simple ideas. You got these to test on, and then you go back to your main game, which is, this is my main game. You apply it to GUI like this, and then you create some variables, and this is where the saving and teleporting comes in. So, in the replicated storage, I got 2 folders. I got ability frames and bool values. Boolean values is what this is. So these are going to save our data and teleport our data because the value is going to be true or false. And the ability frames, we're going to, when we receive the data, we're going to paste it into the ability frames, which is a scrolling frame. And that's how our saving works. I have a script in my other game that it's not finished yet, so I may do that next tutorial. But I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to just roll a clip of me playing my game to stretch out this video a little bit more. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Everything that you need will be in the description. Instead, not including that local script, but I'm saving you the trouble of copying that long script. And, yeah, that's basically all. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. The next tutorial should be trading. We might do drop rates. We might do ability saving. And that's what I'm planning. So make sure to give a big like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day and peace.